As a straight white male, I do not feel like I'm under attack.
You are. Kevin, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
How you doing, Kevin?
I am doing very well, sir. How are you?
All is well.
Yes, I wanted to comment about what you were saying yesterday about immigration, whether we should close the front and the back door.
Oh, yes.
I believe that America was founded as a melting pot nation, and it's to the benefit of everyone to form a inclusive society, from the first inclusive society, to see the benefits from cultures around the world. So being as once here, they all assimilate, recognize the history, the language, and form a national pride. And,
where are you from?
Grandfather,
where are you from, Thomas?
I'm from right next to Gary. I talked to you a couple times.
I mean, Kevin, did you move here from another country?
No, I'm born right here in Northwest Indiana.
How old are you?
I am 30.
Why do you sound like a liberal when you use the word inclusive? America was never meant to be an inclusive society. That's dumb. A man is not supposed to speak like a liberal. What happened to you? Hold on, Kevin. I got to take a bottom of the hour break. Back in a moment. That's girly. I wonder if Kevin went to college. Hey, Kevin.
Sure.
Did you graduate from college or something?
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh, they brainwash you.
I know. We talked about this before.
Why don't you overcome the brainwashing?
I heard you say a few days ago that only dumb people get degrees or smart people. Well, I was thinking, what if it's the people who are naturally have a thirst for knowledge are the ones that go and seek the degrees?
Right. That's what made them dumb. They need to overcome that thirst for knowledge and seek the kingdom of God in His right way, and then they will have real wisdom to guide them in life, and the real talent will come out, and they couldn't be brainwashed by the world, the world of knowledge, because the world of knowledge is death, it's doomed.
Okay, well, I guess the point that I was trying to bring up was, our
Are you white? Are you white, Kevin?
Yes, I'm a straight white Christian.
Well, do you know that inclusiveness doesn't mean you? White people are not allowed to be included.
As a straight white male, I do not feel like I'm under attack.
You are. Say something that goes against them. They will call you white supremacists. They would call you white supremacists. They would call you a Nazi. They would call you everything but a child of God.
Well, in the world today, there's people everywhere that are looking for anybody to say anything.
I know, but white people in these people's mind, you are not included. That's why you're not able to tell them the truth. Have you noticed that you're not able to be honest with those people?
I am honest to the best of my ability to everyone I come in contact with.
Well, that means
without being offensive.
I'm sorry?
I said I am as honest as I can be with everyone I come in contact to without being overly offensive.
I bet you won't be honest with the blacks and the homosexuals and the lesbians.
Yeah, I've known many of all of the above.
There's no such thing as being overly offensive. That doesn't exist. That's another liberal, girly word.
a person can go out of their way to offend someone. Anyone.
No, you can't. All the people that can be offended are weak people. If you're not a weak person, you cannot be offended.
No, I mean a person can go out of their way to try and offend someone.
But it's easy to offend inclusive people and sensitive people and all that.
Yes, and also I do agree with Bill Maher that I do believe that this whole PC culture has gone a little bit too far.
Right. But what were you about to say about letting these people come in?
Well, I was going to say that the founding fathers, they wanted to set up a nation which would benefit from having a melting pot nation. And for all of these people to come in and participate and partake in a nation of equality where everyone has the same equal rights and could participate in government and civic duties. But obviously, I mean, it's not a perfect world, and it didn't happen that way. But the basic principles of the Founding Fathers was to set up a melting pot nation separate from church and state.
That's not true.
And this was the
that's not true, Kevin. Kevin, that's not true.
If you look at Thomas Jefferson, his letter to the Dansbury Baptist Association, it seems to be what he's saying.
No.
I mean, I don't want
to. Kevin, why would you agree with a person like Bill Maher? He is a liberal atheist, and you said you are a Christian.
No, I said I agreed with him when he said that the whole the politically correct culture is getting out of control.
Oh, okay. And have you noticed that separation of church and state never appeared in the Constitution?
Article 6 of the Constitution, no religious test shall ever be required.
Where is the separation of church and state in the Constitution?
The Establishment Clause and free exercise of the First Amendment.
I'm sorry?
In the First Amendment, the Establishment Clause and free exercise.
Do you agree that America is a Christian nation?
I believe that America holds a majority of Christian folks, which I am one, but I also believe that the United States of America was the first government established with no national religion.
Do you believe that America is a Christian nation?
It's a mixed nation.
Is America a Christian nation?
Not entirely.
Did we start out being a Christian nation?
I mean, I can't go back and look at the stats of...
Kevin, you've been brainwashed. You don't know it. And you're not a Christian.
Well, I know I was born a Catholic, but now I'm a Christian now.
No, you're not. You've been brainwashed. And so are you saying that it was freedom of religion or freedom from religion?
No, freedom of religion.
No.
Everyone in this country has the freedom
to
practice any religion they wish without persecution.
But Kevin, you've been brainwashed, man. Where your daddy?
He retired from Inland Steel, and now he lives in Arizona is playing golf.
I used to work at Inland Steel. I worked there for 2 weeks.
I know, we talked about this before.
But
and
Kevin,
also,
you've been brainwashed. You need to go and get de-brainwashed.
If you...
because you hate it, man. You are surrendering your country to the enemies of America.
Okay, but if you could indulge me...
Do you understand that?
I saw this earlier.
Do you understand that,
well,
Kevin?
I hear what you're saying.
And you are the very first one that they're going to run out of your own country. I want you to remember South Africa. The white people are enslaved to the blacks now, in South Africa. The land has been taken away without compensation. They have been murdered, raped, and robbed in their own home. If you continue to be weak-minded, that's what's going to happen to you. They don't like white people. What's wrong with you, man?
Ain't no one taking my stuff, I tell you that.
Do you smoke pot?
Nope, never have.
Oh, good. You drink?
Only when I'm thirsty.
Do you drink alcohol?
On occasion, only every now and then.
Put down the bottle.
Okay, but if you can indulge me, I have just one more quick question.
Okay.
I saw this yesterday. I do watch Fox News as well as MSNBC and CNN. I like to get the whole picture. But I saw something yesterday that in the city of Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
So the city government has established these little sanctuary sites for clean, free drug injection users.
Right.
Where they can, drug users can go and get clean needles and inject.
Right. They want you brainwashed, dumbed down, and demoralized. The world is doomed, so they want to pull you in and everybody else in order to destroy you and control you. And you're falling for it.
I was just curious how you felt about that.
I don't think they should be giving out any needles at all. People need to overcome, not get deeper into the hell that they're in.
Now, I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, and we talked about this at length, and he brought up a point. If you're a lot of the opiates, well, first of all, a lot of people that do heroin in the country now
Yes.
started on prescription opiates that they got from their doctors, they got from Walgreens and CVS, and all of a sudden they couldn't afford their prescriptions, so then they go and get, the crappy heroin being sold in the corners, and then they go under a bridge and start doing it. So he said to me, well, what if this person, instead of using a dirty needle, went under the bridge and then OD'd or got hepatitis or God knows what, if he went to this injection site for a few months and then had friends or family or medical help get to him, and then he got clean, and he said, you know what? If it wasn't for that safe injection site, I would have been dead. But because of that, it gave me the opportunity to see the errors of my ways or the destructive behavior of my actions. That was the only thing that I kind of was mixed about.
And so what's your question for me about that?
So do you think it would be okay if some person in Philadelphia, instead of going under the bridge and doing dirty needles, went into the safe injection site? I mean, I'm not promoting drug use by any means, but rather than doing dirty needles, went to a clean place, got professional help, medical assistance, and found his way out of it. And he said, you know what? If it wasn't for that safe injection site, I would probably be dead.
And so what's your question for me?
I'm just trying to figure out, like, are you completely, totally against trying this safe injection site?
Yes.
Option?
Yes. It's best to let him go under the bridge and suffer, and maybe he'll cry out to God and overcome, rather than to keep him alive to just suffer more, because the needle that they take away and give him fresh needles is causing him to lose his soul. But it's best that he suffer, so that what you think is better, to save the soul, save the body and lose the soul, or save the soul and lose the body?
Well, yeah, I'm mixed. I don't really. I've been thinking about it. That's why I brought it up.
Right,
I don't really have.
Yeah, it was best to let him suffer under the bridge rather than keep him alive to die later.
And do you agree with me that we need to do more in the country of the United States for, like, the big pharmaceutical companies from pushing out all these harmful opiates Because I think that's a big source of the problem.
No, the problem is people in a fallen state. They've fallen away from God, and they're empty, and they're lonely, and they're sad, and they're depressed, and they're being deceived, and they're killing unborn children, and homosexuality, and lesbians, and prostitution, and all that crap is coming to the forefront. People need to repent and be born again. Fathers and mothers need to raise their children in a perfect way, and that way the world can't use them for personal gain.
Well, yeah, I hear that. But you have these big pharma companies paying doctors to prescribe these.
I know, but if the people were not in a fallen state, they wouldn't be able to pay doctors and make money off people.
Okay, I hear you. I'm just trying. Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I don't. Not everyone. There's too many people out there that are in a fallen state.
So let them suffer. Either they wake up or let them suffer and die, because only a few will find that straight and narrow path that leads to life. The rest would die, and that's okay.
Okay, so how do you feel about this impeachment stuff that's about to start here?
It's a show. It's nothing. The Democrats are losers. They hate the president because he is a straight, white, conservative Christian man of power. And they're about nothing but power, wealth for themselves. They're being exposed. They can't stop the man. They hate him because Satan is their daddy. So it's all a show. Don't pay attention to it. It means nothing.
Well, I'll pay attention to it. And I've heard the transcripts already. I know what they're going to say, but...
Yeah. Did you vote for the Great White Hope?
Jesse, I did not.
Beta! Why didn't you vote for him?
I have known the history of Donald Trump. I've never been a big fan.
Who did you vote for?
You know what? I'll be honest. I'll tell you, I never liked Hillary. I was never a fan. I'll be honest with that right now.
Who did you vote for?
But I voted for Hillary.
Wow. You need to be born again, man. You judging the president on the past as a Christian. You don't have a right to judge. And by judging the president, you voted for Satan's daughter. And you call yourself a Christian.
Well, I believe it was
Kevin, I got to run, but you sound like a nice guy. You need to forgive your mother and return to your father so you can wake up and be a real Christian.
Yeah, I was about to tell you that I'll call back in another day and we can really get into Donald Trump.
I'm already into him.
I mean, talk about him.
Already, but you can't. Okay, yeah, feel free to call. But have you forgiven your mother for screwing you up?
Well, I don't believe my mother screwed me up, but I've always had a healthy relationship with both my mother and my father.
Have you forgiven your mother for screwing you up, turning you away from your father?
A few times. I did believe she was maybe acted as a negative influence. I did forgive her, yes.
You told her that?
Yes, sir.
And what did she say?
She didn't say anything.
What did you say to her?
Nothing.
When you went to your mother and forgave her for being a negative influence in your life?
Well, there was a couple, like three situations were specific situations. Overall, it was not a negative influence on me.
Did you go to her and forgive her for those three negative situations?
Yes.
You told her that?
Yes.
What did you say to her?
I said, in regards to this previous situation, I apologize if you believe I did anything wrong, but I forgive you, and you don't need to apologize to me.
That's crazy. You have not forgiven your mother. Beta!
I forgave her.
No, you didn't have anything to apologize for. Why did you say you apologize?
Well, I said I apologize if you find this offensive, but I forgive you.
Why are you apologizing, man? If anything,
Jesse, it's my mama.
What? So what?
It's because I'm a nice guy, and it's my mother.
But you're a nice guy because you're just like your mother.
But I forgave her.
No, you didn't. You went and apologized. She owed you an apology, if anything.
Well, I told her that she did not have to apologize to me.
But she did. You stopped your mother from repenting for being wrong. You set her up.
Well, I forgave her.
No, you didn't.
Three individual.
You did not forgive her. Hey, you have not forgiven.
Okay, I'll try it again.
You go to her and say, hey, I remember these 3 incidents where you blah, 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 whatever they were, and I've been resenting you for that. I realize now you're crazy and you can't help yourself. I'm sorry for hating you for it.
Well, my mama's not crazy. Come on.
No, she crazy. Oh, your mama crazy. Oh, just ask your father. Your mama crazy.
Yeah, like I said, my dad's out in Phoenix playing golf every day. Well,
he tried to stay away from your mama.
They divorced, but only after I graduated high school.
Right. He got away from her. Go and forgive your mama, man. Don't apologize. Forgive her for hating her for screwing your life up.
So do you think that's best, that my father and mother waited till I was 18 before they officially divorced?
Well, I don't know because I don't know the situation. I would have to talk to your father and mother, find out why they stayed together. So I don't know.
Well, they didn't want to. My father didn't want to leave me. That's why.
You sound like
didn't want to leave me.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave you with the beast. But Kevin, I gotta run. Go and forgive your mother, man.
All right, I'll call you back, and we'll have a nice, healthy debate about Donald Trump.
All right, buddy. That sounds good.
Debate.
Okay. It sounds good, Kevin.
All right. Have a good day, buddy.
You too. Amazing. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.